I was scared. You're not in a police car.
That is a police vehicle.
You're not in a uniform. How do I know that? There's so much going on out here. How do I know that?
Hey.
You are yelling at me.
Just back up.
You're in my town now. You're going to back up when I tell you to back up. Do you understand me?
Don't start.
Back up.
He literally blocked the street, like forced me to stop and pull over.
You got to think about history in the state of Arkansas with people in unmarked vehicles.
That last line, from a fellow officer, that's where everything changes. Because when the cop has to remind the constable of Arkansas history, that's not de-escalation. That's an admission. Let's go back to the beginning, because this encounter didn't start with a traffic violation. It started with fear. A young woman is driving home from Pine Bluff. Back roads. Quiet evening. She passes a slow pickup truck. Seconds later, blue lights. But no marked cruiser. No uniform. No siren pattern that feels official. Just a man in a pickup waving at her to follow him. She does what any reasonable person would do. She keeps driving until she finds real help. And here's where the law matters. In Arkansas, and across most U.S. states, drivers are legally encouraged to continue to a well-lit public place if they're unsure whether an unmarked vehicle is a real officer. This is not evasion. This is self-preservation. Under the Fourth Amendment, a stop must be initiated by a clearly identifiable officer with reasonable suspicion, and clearly identifiable is the operative phrase. She wasn't fleeing, she was verifying. A man jumps out of the truck, loud, aggressive, already mid-sentence before the England officer can even assess the scene.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
I'm chasing her.
Why?
No, she come through. She'll run at 50 miles an hour. She's running 85 miles an hour.
Who are you?
I'm a constable, Jefferson County Constable.
Okay.
She run a stop sign right down here, but there she is.
Okay, that vehicle there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me pull over.
Yeah, you let's all move over there.
I'm chasing her. She ran 50. She ran 85. She ran a stop sign. Notice something? The story is already shifting. 50, then 85, then a stop sign. That's not a report. That's a pitch.
Male driver of the truck is claiming to be Jefferson County Constable.
And here's the first crack in the armor, the England officer radios dispatch. Male driver of the truck is claiming to be Jefferson County Constable. Claiming. Not is. The officer on scene isn't sure either. In Arkansas, constables are elected township officers with limited peace officer powers. But those powers come with hard rules, including jurisdictional limits and pursuit protocols. A constable who crosses county lines without notifying dispatch isn't just breaking procedure. He's operating outside the authority his badge grants him.
Okay, you need to settle down, okay?
All right, I've asked you for your driver's license, insurance, and registration several times. You run 80 miles an hour coming up Highway 15. You run this stop sign light right down here.
I was scared. You're not in a police car.
That is a police vehicle.
You're not in a uniform. How do I know that? There's so much going on out here. How do I know that?
Don't holler at me.
You are yelling at me.
Here, do me a favor.
Just back up.
You're in my town now. You're going to back up when I tell you to back up. Do you understand me?
Don't start.
Back up.
I'm
You need to chill out. You need to chill out. Just go over there. I'll talk to you
don't
in a
you
second.
tell me what to do.
Go.
I was going to give you a warning.
Hey, do you know what jurisdiction you're in right now?
Yes, I know.
So back up.
It don't matter. I come
Back
into this
up.
jurisdiction with my
Yeah.
lights on chasing her.
Yeah.
I have every right.
That does not look like a police vehicle.
I don't care
from the
what
front.
you
You
think.
understand me? Back up.
Let me tell you something, buddy.
606. Give me a deputy out here.
Yeah, get a deputy.
Get back. I'm not arguing with
I
you.
am conducting this stop.
Go over there.
Don't tell me what to do.
No.
She has been nothing but trouble. She pulled away from a traffic stop.
Okay, and I'll figure that out in a second. Right now, you're in my town, okay? So you're going to chill out. You're not even in your jurisdiction anymore. You didn't call
was
in.
out of my jurisdiction
Did you call
when
in
I
to
come in
stop?
here.
Did you let county know that you were coming?
No.
No, exactly. So I don't know any of this is true.
Well,
so you can sit back and wait.
You want to do? You understand?
Go.
No, that single word ends the debate. Most U.S. states, including Arkansas, require interjurisdictional pursuits to be coordinated through dispatch with the receiving agency. Failing to do so can make the pursuit itself unlawful, and any evidence gathered potentially suppressible. This is standard police procedure, not opinion. Now we finally hear her story, and it reframes everything.
So you tell me what happened, okay?
Hold on, Daddy. I'm coming from Pine Bluff. I'm going the back way or whatever.
Uh-huh.
He's going a little slow. I passed him, and then I guess that's when he claimed he turned his lights on for me to pull over. But I'm like not sure to pull over or not because he's not in the police car.
Okay. And so what happened after you passed him?
And there was another truck coming from the opposite side. I guess they are in cahoots with each other. I don't know. He literally blocked the street, like forced me to stop and pull over. He let his window down, so I let mine down a little bit. And then he was like, "You don't see who's behind you? That's the police. Pull over." And I'm like, "Whatever." So, but I have no choice but to pull over because he's blocking the street. And then he gets out the car.
Okay, hold on. Go ahead.
She was driving home, past a slow truck. Suddenly, lights. Then a second truck blocked the road and forced her to stop. A man she didn't recognize, not in uniform, yelling through her window. The England officer listens, then says the quiet part out loud. "If I was you, I wouldn't have believed it was you either." A cop, telling a civilian that not trusting another cop was the correct decision. From the constable's view, he saw a speeder, turned on his lights, and she fled. To him, that's a fleeing suspect. From her view, an unmarked truck with a man in plain clothes chased her down back roads in a state with a history of impersonation crimes. To her, that's a predator. Same event, two completely different realities. And the law has to weigh which reality was reasonable, and here, hers clearly was.
Hey, it's Officer Harper over at England. This is a constable that pulled her over. We're verifying his identity, but the most that's going to happen is he's going to write her a citation.
The officer radios Jefferson County, verifies the man is, in fact, a constable, but his behavior, nowhere near professional. Then, he turns to the driver and says the line that makes this whole video go viral.
He will go to jail before you will. Okay?
He will go to jail before you will. Read that again. A sworn officer telling a civilian that the man with the badge chasing her was more of a threat to public safety than she ever was. And then the final twist.
What did he say he stopped you for?
He said because I passed him.
Because you passed him?
Yeah.
He didn't say it was about speeding, nothing? And then he asked you for your driver's license multiple times?
But
I didn't stop either, did
no.
No. The entire foundation of the pursuit, gone. It wasn't about speed. It wasn't about a stop sign. It was about ego. A man passed on a back road, and he chased her for it. If an unmarked vehicle tries to pull you over, turn on your hazards, slow down, and drive to a well-lit public place or police station. Call 911 and confirm whether the officer is real. Dispatch will tell you. Do not exit your vehicle. Keep windows cracked only enough to communicate. Record everything if you can, legally. In all 50 U.S. states, you can record police in public. Stay calm, stay polite, but stay verified, because the law protects the reasonable, and sometimes being reasonable means not trusting the badge until the badge proves itself.
Oh, she's free to go.
Oh, you already got her info?
I got it.
Okay. Yeah, you're free to go.
Yeah, no, she's good to go. We're not doing this.
Yeah.
She gets a warning, not even a citation in the end. She's free to go. The constable? He keeps trying to walk up on her vehicle. Officers literally have to tell him to back up. More than once. And then, almost buried at the end, a fellow officer drops this.
Almost forgot. He almost drove over the ditch to turning into the Dollar General when he was trying to follow her.
He almost drove over the ditch, turning into the Dollar General trying to follow her. The reckless driver in this story was never the young woman. Here's what most people miss. This video isn't about a traffic stop. It's not even really about a constable overstepping. It's about what happens when someone with just enough authority forgets that a badge isn't a blank check. It's a borrowed trust from the public. And the second you use it to chase your ego instead of the law, every officer around you becomes a witness against you. The England officer didn't just protect the driver that day. He protected something bigger, the line between authority and intimidation. So here's the question I want you to sit with. If a real officer had to tell a civilian that another officer was the bigger threat, how many stops has that constable made where no cop ever showed up to balance the scales? Because the scariest part of this story isn't what happened in England, Arkansas. It's what might have happened if she had pulled over sooner.